Hey guys, Bruce here from CincySlots.com. Wanted to share with you a new tool that we have in stock. A local racer designed and built this tire chewer just for us to sell. It's all 3D printed for the most part, with some other items in here, and I will go through the whole chewer and point out all the different features that it has. So we'll start with the up and down movement. This rides on linear ball bearings, so it's nice and smooth. There's no play whatsoever. It's a really nice and easy movement up and down, very precise. Moving on, you have the tension springs, one on either side, of course. The motor has these brushes on the outside. If or when they do wear out, they're easily replaced. You don't have to buy the whole motor. You just can replace these brushes if needed. So that's pretty nice. Saves you quite a bit. And you don't have to take everything apart to put a new motor on. If the brushes go bad, pop these off, put on a new set, and you're back in business. Also, before we move on, this is a ball bearing motor, so the shaft, the O-ring, doesn't affect the shaft as much because it's a ball bearing rather than a bushing shaft. So if we flip it over, we have these silicone anti-skid type pads on it. You peel off these and it gives you the little grippy feet so it doesn't move or anything. So make sure you take those off when you get it. So it comes with these automotive style connectors. Mine actually fit in the front of my power supply, although it's got to sit pretty close to your power supply. So if it's on a different shelf or something, you'll probably want to extend these, but they're easy enough to find on Amazon or your favorite spot to buy stuff. So let's talk about the way you mount the axle. This tire chewer is great as a standard tire chewer for 1/32 double flange axles, but where it really shines is on the Carrera 124. It has different colored clips to hold different axles. So you have, let's see, get these out here for you, and I'll go through these. And the last set. So the red set is for 124 scale Carrera rear axles. The gray is for the Carrera 124 front axle. As you can see, the pockets for the bearings fit the 124 rear and the 124 front. The green is for your 1/32 flanged bushings, so they fit right down in that pocket. And the black is for 3mm ball bearings. So I'm going to hook up a 124 scale Carrera rear axle. This chewer, you can see it's got brass inserts, so the screws are going into these metal inserts, so you don't have to worry about stripping the plastic. and it also has these 3mm holding pins. And if you look at the two different types of these, go against, these go against the tire truer and they fit right on there. Okay, so then still have to put the rubber or the O-ring on, but you get the idea. So they'll go on like so. Get this into where it belongs. And then you put this one over top. And a lot of time they snap in place. And then you'll take your 4 screws that come with your kit, as you saw in the beginning. So I'm going to get the O-ring mounted and show you how quiet and smooth this guy runs. Okay, so I got the axle mounted. You can see I got all 4 screws in. It's tightened down. I have the O-ring. On this one I have it set on the left side groove, and as you can kind of see, I have the pulley that comes with it. You get 2 different ones. One is for 3mm axles and the other is for 3/32 axles. So use the appropriate one for the axle that you are truing up. So we're ready to turn it on. So here we go. So we have it running now. You may be able to hear or not that it is running, but it is relatively quiet for a tire truer. So you're probably wondering, why is your plate not moving? Well, we have it designed so you can leave the axle stationary. Well, the axle is stationary anyhow, but you can leave the plate stationary for sanding. If you don't want to go back and forth, you just want to hit up a little bit, a couple spots here or there. But if you want the plate to move, you simply push this button and the plate will rotate. So if you've never had an oscillating plate like this, your life is about to get way, way, way easier. So now, for those who have done 124 scale cars and tried to true, this is what the bushings look like. So there's no double flange. There's no way to secure that bushing in place and keep it from vibrating off. And when it does vibrate off, this would eat into your anodized aluminum mounting piece. Don't ask me how I know. So with this having these cups, it supports the bearing. It doesn't allow it to vibrate left or right. It holds it in place nice and secure. So if you're like me, you can put your tire truer set and you can go cut the grass, go watch TV, whatever you want to do, and come back and feel secure that your axle and bushings and your tire truer aren't getting ruined, since you're not watching it the entire time. Alright, so let's go over the sanding block. Over here you can see how it's connected. If you get a jam, you have the opportunity of this separating from the plate, which will hopefully save your motor in case of a bind. You also have the 2 different size sanding blocks. I have some installed in the block just so you can see. Once you have your axle on, you can put your sanding block in any 3 of the holes on either side. You just line it up to where it best suits where your tires are. So we have the more shallow or shorter one. That's what you want to use for bigger diameter wheels, like your 1/24 wheels. We also have a taller one, which is good for the 1/32 scale cars axles, especially if you have with like the crown gear in the center. You don't have to worry about bumping into that like you do with some other tire truers that are out on the market. So let's do a quick recap of what we have. We have the up and down motion, which is guided on linear bearings, super tight fit. The spring tension is fantastic. You have your motor in the back here. It has brushes that can be replaced if and when they do wear out. So you're only out, maybe a buck or two instead of potentially, I don't know, 15, 20 bucks if you wanted to buy the whole motor. Plus, to do the motor, you got to take all this stuff apart, where the brushes, it's just one Allen wrench, put the new one on, push it in, get it seated correctly, and you're on your way. You've got your on-off switch for your sanding plate. You have your brass inserts to hold your bushing mounts to the truer. Make sure you put the one with the flat edge in the back so it aligns everything properly. You've got a double groove pulley back here. You have your silicone pads to keep it from sliding around. You have 4 different axle types that this fits on. Let's get the 1/24 scale one that we'll use as our example. And you have 2 different pulleys, as well as your O-ring. It's a nice weighted tire truer. Again, it was all precision 3D printed. Very, very nice. I used the heck out of mine. Mine looks a little different just because it was a prototype, but this is a fantastic product. They are on our webpage now. The cost is going to be $144.99, which is a killer price point for a tire truer with an oscillator on it. So if you have any questions, post them in the comments below and I will answer them, and if I don't know the answer, I will find them for you and respond and let you know. Again, you can find these on CincySlots.com. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you enjoy this truer. Thanks for watching.